WormGPT is a generative pre-trained transformer model that is the creation of a 23-year-old Portuguese programmer known by the alias Last. This AI creation, derived from the GPT-J language model, was originally designed to support cybercriminals. In contrast to AI counterparts with built-in safeguards, WormGPT operates without such restrictions. This lack of checks and balances empowers it to craft deceptively convincing phishing emails, produce harmful code, and generate malware. Recently exposed in a blog post by /Next, the cybersecurity team obtained access to WormGPT through a notorious online forum linked to Cybercrime. The developer, in disclosed screenshots, boldly stated, "This project aims to provide an alternative to ChatGPT, one that lets you do all sorts of illegal stuff and easily sell it online in the future." WormGPT's problems lie in its potential to streamline sophisticated cyber attacks, lowering the entry barrier for less skilled cyber criminals. Leveraging its AI capabilities, even those with limited technical know-how, can create seemingly genuine and professional-looking emails. This AI model tailors its deceptive messages to individual recipients, significantly increasing the likelihood of successful phishing attempts. The AI's deceptive tactic tricks unsuspecting victims into providing sensitive information or clicking on malicious links. Furthermore, WormGPT can also craft malware ranging from viruses to worms. According to Last, the mastermind behind WormGPT, the AI is an all-encompassing tool for black hat activities, enabling malicious endeavors from the confines of one's home. The AI doesn't stop at phishing and malware. It excels at generating social engineering scripts. By impersonating individuals online, it crafts scam emails that often go unnoticed due to their improved grammar and personalized tone. This adaptability, emulating the language and tone of genuine conversations, sets WormGPT apart, making scam emails appear more convincing and less suspicious. There is no doubt that WormGPT is a genuine threat to cybersecurity. However, WormGPT isn't solely a source of evil. Behind its dark applications, it serves legitimate purposes, aiding in cybersecurity research, educating professionals about phishing attacks and social engineering, and performing penetration testing to assess the security of computer systems and networks. But even with these good use cases, the truth is that it's being marketed to criminals, and it will be used to commit cybercrime because most of the demonstrations you will find are targeted towards these malicious use cases. Impressively, WormGPT operates on around 6 billion parameters, leveraging the GPT-J model architecture and undergoing training on a colossal 600 billion words of text. Its output is seamlessly human-like, boasting features such as an unlimited character support, chat memory retention, and code formatting capabilities. Although still in development, WormGPT has already made a significant impact on the cybersecurity landscape, demanding awareness of its potential dangers and the implementation of protection measures against its malicious capabilities. The unlimited character support of WormGPT is a game changer because it means the AI can spool very long responses without interruption. If you ask ChatGPT or any other mainstream AI to write you a 300-page novel of 60,000 words, you would probably get a 500-word response. But WormGPT will go ahead and give you a response with as many words as needed. But is this malicious chatbot just fiction, or has it found a place in the real world? Sergei Shaikovich, a manager in the threat intelligence group at Checkpoint, suggests that there are indications of WormGPT being actively used. He notes that the tool appears to be real, with a reputable seller possessing a history on cybercrime forums. Shaikovich's insights indicate a tangible presence of WormGPT in the hands of those with criminal intent. Last's expertise in the malware business is evident in his communication on hack forums, where he expressed that he is very experienced with malware in a message to another user last year. Notably, Last has marketed a modified version of the information stealer DC Rat and offered a cloaking service tailored for malicious coders aiming to shield their creations from being altered or duplicated by customers. This history underlines Last's involvement in the creation and distribution of various malicious tools beyond just WormGPT. It is therefore no surprise that he created this controversial AI. Let's take a look at how WormGPT has performed so far. As uncovered by SoSafe, who successfully accessed the application, WormGPT demonstrated an exceptional ability to craft emails that are not just persuasively written, but also strategically clever. SoSafe, a prominent provider of email security solutions, recently conducted a study that disclosed a startling fact. AI-generated phishing emails are opened by 78% of individuals and often go unrecognized initially. Dr. Nicholas Helleman, the CEO and co-founder of SoSafe, emphasized in an interview with Verdict that preliminary investigations indicate that AI is now capable of composing more effective phishing emails than humans. The revelation regarding WormGPT's capabilities has broader implications for the general population, focusing on the model's ability to rapidly generate a high volume of scams. The concern centers on the need at which language models like WormGPT can produce textual content, opening the door to coordinated cyber attacks on a large scale. This potential threat extends beyond the realm of security experts, impacting individuals directly. The alarming prospect of WormGPT facilitating the quick creation and orchestration of scams and phishing attempts underscores the need for a careful examination of both the capabilities of such language models and the ethical responsibilities associated with their use. The scenario prompts contemplation on the measures in place to counteract potential misuse and raises questions about the delicate balance required to navigate the intersection of technological advancement and the ethical considerations in the digital landscape. Dr. Helleman emphasizes the seriousness of WormGPT's impact, revealing that data shows that a staggering 1 in 5 individuals already succumbs to AI-generated phishing attacks. WormGPT is only a small part of a concerning trend in cybercrime, where specialized jailbreaks manipulate interfaces like ChatGPT to generate output for malicious purposes. This poses a significant challenge to AI security, as cybercriminals exploit generative AI to reveal sensitive information or execute harmful code. WormGPT contributes to this threat by creating undetectable malware and raising concerns about the potential misuse of AI by lowering barriers for cybercriminals. The FBI and Europol have issued warnings about the increasing threat of generative AI in cybercrime, emphasizing the efficiency of language models in aiding fraud and social engineering tactics. The complex challenge of intertwining technology and cybercrime requires robust measures to safeguard digital landscapes. Furthermore, WormGPT's capabilities extend to providing guidance on hacking, fraud, and creating backdoors into computers. This tool facilitates cyber attacks, lowering their difficulty and increasing their scale, making it a serious concern for cybersecurity professionals. In response to the growing misuse of large language models, major entities in the tech industry have taken steps to prevent malicious use. Google AI emphasizes a multidisciplinary approach to AI safety, developing technical solutions and collaborating with researchers and policymakers. OpenAI focuses on safeguarding LLMs through research into potential risks and the development of mitigation strategies, prioritizing transparency and accountability. The Partnership on AI, PAAI, advocates for a multi-stakeholder approach to address challenges, outlining principles for responsible AI development. The World Economic Forum identifies threats from malicious AI use and proposes recommendations for prevention and mitigation, emphasizing collaboration. The White House outlines the U.S. government's strategic plan for responsible AI development, including detection technologies and the promotion of responsible practices. These initiatives represent a collective effort to prevent the malicious use of LLMs. As AI models become more powerful, it is imperative to implement effective safeguards and collaborate across sectors, which becomes even more critical. The future of AI safety relies on responsible development, risk mitigation, and a united front against emerging threats. But it seems even WormGPT may not be a perfect criminal either. It has its problems. You see, WormGPT is built on GPT-J, an open-source GPT code that was released in 2021. In the swiftly advancing world of artificial intelligence, just 2 years can mark a substantial gap. GPT-J, a predecessor of WormGPT, is already considered outdated compared to the cutting-edge language models, such as OpenAI's GPT-4, showcasing the rapid pace of AI development. According to Alberto Romero, a data scientist, the capabilities of WormGPT are questionable and may not be as serious a threat as many claim they are. A closer examination of WormGPT's email copy exposes its limitations. Although grammatically correct and surpassing average phishing attempts, it contains errors, like mentioning non-existent attachments, making it unsuitable for seamless use. Its generic nature also raises caution, like triggering scrutiny from vigilant recipients. The same goes for WormGPT's code, which, while generally accurate, lacks sophistication, resembling hastily assembled malware scripts prevalent on the web. Notably, it fails to address a critical hacking challenge, acquiring the necessary credentials and permissions to compromise a system. Alberto Romero is not the only one critiquing this AI. A user on a dark web forum adds weight to these concerns, describing WormGPT as broken most of the time and incapable of generating even simple stuff. The key question is, can WormGPT overcome these limitations and unlock its full potential, or will its shortcomings persist, impeding its effectiveness? As we explore WormGPT and find out how to get this special access to it, initially it was available only within the Hack Forums community. This forum acts as a hive market for a variety of cyber tools and services and is the original center for WormGPT transactions. The WormGPT licenses have different prices ranging from 500 to 5,000 euros. Though it may seem like a generous offer, WormGPT is not a tool to be taken lightly. It remains a lethal weapon that can cause significant harm to both people and companies. Let's approach WormGPT with an understanding of the potential risks it poses in the wrong hands, instead of giving in to the temptation of its accessibility to fool us in our quest for understanding. You may be putting yourself at risk of compromising your own information by using these types of AI with no guardrails. The man behind WormGPT expresses his hopes that the tool will be beneficial to the security community. He places an emphasis on a commitment to positive impact, while purposefully steering away from destructive paths. The original Hack Forums thread, once portraying WormGPT as a tool for malware creation, has undergone a transformation, a new storyline. WormGPT, the best GPT alternative without limits, privacy-focused, is now displayed on it instead of promoting it as malicious AI. The developer stands firm in his commitment to this transformation, declaring that they have a few researchers using our WormGPT for white hat stuff, which is his focus right now. The existence of AI models like WormGPT make us realize that AI can be malicious too. To learn how to keep yourself safe, subscribe to this channel and watch our next video.